Hello everyone, it's Adam here. So this video is how to replace the windshield on a 2009 Oilhead R1200 GS Adventure. So what you see here, this is the ZTechnik VStream. It's a touring windscreen and it's extra tall. And I'm 6'3" with a 33 inch inseam. So the reason why I grabbed this is because 60% of the miles I put on my bike are on the interstate going 70 to 80 miles an hour. And it's just brutal. And when I take long trips, like the one I took down to Pittsburgh last month or 2 months ago, it just wears on me. Even when in full gear, even with the Shoei GT Air helmet, I still just was being beat on by the wind. So this is supposed to do a good job. I think it's $300 new for this windscreen. Over here is the stock Gsa windscreen. The mount points are identical on both of these, so it marries up to the old connection just fine. But you can see here the difference between these two. I mean, this is a Gsa, and you can see kind of the difference in height here between the two. Huge difference. I mean, probably 3 inches of height. Not only that, but just the width and the at the bottom and the way it angles the air down. So I've already taken the windscreen off the Gsa. If you want a video on how to do that, I'll link to one in the description because there's a guy that did it on an R1200 RT, an old Oilhead RT, and he did just fine with it. So you know, it's the same thing basically. There's the adjustable things here. Then there's some screws on the inside, some nuts and bolts. It's like a 3-step process to get it off. Really easy. These come off very simply, even with the tools that came with your bike. I will do a video now of the install. It's raining right now, so I'll do my best, but if anything, I'll show you guys what it looks like as the finished product. All right, enjoy. One more angle. When you put this inside of here, you can see this is the stock one inside of the ZTechnik VStream. Gives you an idea of the difference there in the depth and the how the wind catches. Okay, so here's the Gsa with the windscreen off. Looks kind of cool actually if you were looking at it from a rider's position. It's a pretty interesting view. So we're gonna put this guy goes back up like this. And then obviously your mount points, you got 1, 2, and 3, 4 down here. You've got this in here as well. So I'm gonna try to figure out on one side first how it was last night. And then I'll show you guys how to do it on the other side, but I need to basically recount what I did in the dark, which might be difficult. All right, here we go. I think what I'm gonna do actually is mount the windshield to these 4 points first, and that'll help me line up how this goes in here. So I'll mount the 4 points on the front, and then we'll work on the sides. Okay, so now we have these 4 mounted up. So as you can see here, it's loose. I haven't tightened these down yet. They're completely loose, but it does give me an opportunity to see how to get this lined up here, which I'll be doing in the next step. So I'm gonna get one of these done, and then I'll do the other one. But first impressions, wow, this windshield is incredibly clear. I mean, it's for sure taller. I told the guy actually that I was gonna use it for a day, and or I'll go riding after this and just get up to speed and see how it feels. But you know, first impressions, it doesn't look too tall at all for my height, but we'll see. So we have this side started, and I wanted to go over what I did wrong. If you see here how this is flaring away from the ribs there where the adjustable windscreen goes, it's because it's backwards. So I'm going to pull this up and show you guys exactly how it's done, for those of you curious. So on the bottom, there's a little stopper. That stopper should be facing north, not south. So let's pull this back here, and I'll show you how it goes in. Here's our stopper. This goes on the inside here and lets the windscreen ratchet up and down. You actually want to have this piece here this direction, so going in that way, so the ratchet can't go too high, but it can't go all the way to the bottom either, because it just stops naturally. So you put it in this way, and then it'll be marred completely perfectly. Okay, so now it's in. It pushes up against their flush when we get it set up. So now we're going to take this installation here. So watch carefully. This little hollow piece here. This goes between the metal and the plastic right here. And then the rest of this here, this whole piece here will go straight inside. And these little fingers will go inside of the little ratcheting piece I just showed you guys how to install up there. Let's give it a shot. Okay, so now we have the whole thing together here. and you can see how that all goes in, just like that. And on the other side, we've got kind of a screw-on lug, and then we have a screw-on end cap, which is you can start the screw-on lug with your fingers. End cap, you're gonna need a really long socket wrench. Those sides in, you'll notice this guy fell forward. It's because I actually took apart. I left this part attached, but I took apart this part, these two here, because it was making it just difficult to get these to swing into place and stay. So right now this is holding without any thing on the other side. So on the other side, we're going to put this guy in this direction, so this direction, and then to top that off, we're going to use one of these on each side on top of that one. So I hand tightened the first screws I just showed you. Before I attach these using the socket, I'm actually going to go ahead and bring this guy up and attach these two here to make sure everything marries up properly. All right, these 4 screws here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are done. So now we're going to do the final screws for the inside of the tank here. So we're using I'm using a 10 socket. You can use, there is a proper size for using a 10, but get one that's super long. And try to get one that is movable too. It's hard to really get some good grip, so when you go in there, you know, this is a nice way to do it. So just load them up and go to town. Okay, and here's the final product. So looks good. It needs to be cleaned, obviously, because I've been touching it, but it's got a nice little bend here, actually. If you pull on it really hard, you can push on it really hard, it's stable. So yeah, let's take it for a ride and see how it goes. Let's see how it does. Before we get going, I noticed one thing actually. So this here, there's a big gap here, and on the Gsa windscreen, that gap was not present. When you lower these side pieces here, this actually will drop and go up. And I guess if it goes up to the highest setting, this curve would change, so it become more steep. But that gap is still going to remain. So that's something to think about if you're, I don't know, if I'm in heavy rain or something, is that going to, I assume the rain's going to come through here, right? It's not going to be sealed. It'd be interesting to try that.